Hey guys, Dusty here. Today I'll be talking about 4 different carbon plated race day shoes that came out in 2024. These are some of the ones that I've had experience running in, and they've definitely been my favorite up until this point. And we'll get started with the first shoe. This is the Hoka Cielo X1. This is an incredible shoe. If it wasn't for one issue, this would definitely be my top shoe on this list. Fantastic shoe. I actually set my PB in the half marathon. It's comfy. It obviously has an extremely aggressive rocker to it. I love the midsole or cushion. It's bouncy, responsive without being too soft. The lockdown is really nice. Overall, I really have nothing negative to say about the shoe except for one specific thing, and that is the weight of the shoe. This shoe, for the most part, is significantly heavier than a lot of the other carbon plated race day options out there. For a half, I didn't think it was a big deal, and obviously it wasn't, as I set a PB. However, when it came time to race a marathon, I decided that the shoe was a little bit too heavy. But for the most part, for the average runner out there, I wouldn't be too concerned with the weight of this shoe. But if Hoka could make a version of this that's significantly lighter, like 1 to 1.5 ounces lighter, I think this shoe would be a crazy home run in the running industry. Next up is a very popular shoe amongst runners. That is the Saucony Endorphin Pro 4. Now this shoe, just like the previous version, the Endorphin Pro 3, I find this to be incredibly versatile and reliable. So first of all, this shoe feels great at all paces. It doesn't matter if you're warming up, cooling down, doing a recovery jog, or hitting it super hard on the track, like doing some 200 meter, 400 meter intervals. This shoe can handle it all. The cushion is great, the support is decent, it doesn't feel overly aggressive. So I think in that sense, it's going to lend itself to maybe like a newer runner who's looking to get into the carbon plated market, and as well as a super experienced runner who just wants something that's comfy, reliable, can do it all. And I haven't ran in a pair yet, but the Saucony Endorphin Speed 4 is kind of the training partner to this, and I think that combo works so well for so many runners. Out of all the shoes I'm showing today, this one definitely has my most training miles on it. I haven't raced with it yet though. I probably won't now because I've put too many miles on it. But overall, fantastic shoe, and when I know I have a big session coming up and I need something reliable, I know I can always run fast in the Endorphin Pro 4. Next up is the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris. Now I don't have that shoe here. I've lent it out to a friend, but I can show you some old footage. And this is the shoe that I used for all my key training sessions leading into the Vancouver Marathon, and then I raced the Vancouver Marathon in these shoes. And I decided to use them because these shoes are incredibly lightweight. Going into that marathon, I was either gonna wear the Hoka Cielo X1 or the Asics, and the Asics, because of how much more lightweight they were than the Hoka, I decided to go with them. These shoes are not only ultra lightweight, they're incredibly comfortable. I find they just disappear on your foot. I will say though that they don't feel overly aggressive, or the toe off phase doesn't feel as explosive as some of the other options out there in terms of a race day shoe. And I will mention Asics does also make the Metaspeed Edge Paris, which is a shoe that I'd love to try. From what I understand, that shoe is a little bit more aggressive, and I think it would probably match my style of running a little bit better than the Sky does. Overall though, fantastic shoe if you're looking for something that's crazy lightweight and very comfy on foot. Last up, we have a wild card. We have the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro 2. Now this shoe, in my opinion, has the potential to be faster than everything that I've just shown you. Obviously, we have something crazy going on. This shoe has a very aggressive rocker geometry. You have this huge cutout in the heel. And I'll say right off the bat, this shoe does not feel nice at all running easy. This is a shoe that you're going to want to keep to those key sessions specifically. And I've even heard other people say, if you can't run a marathon sub 2:30, this is probably not the shoe for you. Not sure I quite agree with that statement, but overall this is definitely the most niche shoe on this list, as it definitely is more suited towards that faster runner. You also have a massive slab of midsole right here, and it does feel a little bit unusual the first few steps in this shoe. But once you get up to speed and you're cruising along, it does feel quite nice. And I will say I have a half marathon coming up in about 4 weeks, and this will be my shoe of choice. I'm hoping to finally break the 108 mark, maybe run a 107 low. So before that time comes, I'll definitely have to do a few of my key sessions in this one. So there you have it. And just as a quick overview, I would say that the Endorphin Pro 4 is probably the most versatile, most reliable. It's probably going to suit the most amount of runners out of all of these shoes. You can run easy in the shoe, hard in the shoe, short or long, doesn't matter. does it all and does it all great. Next up, I would say all those things for the Hoka Cielo X1, with the exception of this has a bit more of an aggressive ride to it. And if you are concerned about the weight of your race day shoe, this one is a little bit on the higher end, but overall, again, fantastic shoe. Then the Asics Metaspeed Sky Paris, ultra lightweight, super comfortable. Does not have a really aggressive feel, which might be a great thing if you're not looking for that in a race day shoe. And lastly, this is probably not going to be the shoe for most of you, but it could be an incredible shoe for some of us, and that is the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro 2. Unbelievably aggressive, huge amount of cushioning, and feels best the faster you're running in it. And that's what's been in my race day rotation for 2024. Let me know down below in the comments what shoes you've been rocking that have came out in 2024. And if you have any questions about any of the shoes I talked about today, leave your questions down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. And like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.